Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday morning. God only knows when you're seeing this. Just finished a good run. Slow, but good. I have not run in so long, and boy, did it feel good. So, did 2 miles slowly. This guy, back to work.
Yep.
Downstairs. But I think it's making him feel a little bit useful, so it's a good thing. It's a little bit late. It's 8 o'clock. I need to go have blood drawn this morning just for yearly blood work. They open at 7:30, but I know everybody will be there at 7:30, and I can fast without a problem for a while, so I wasn't running there right at 7:30. So I figured I'd get my run in. Like I said, it felt good. It felt really good. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had a good workout schedule. Like the whole time Doug was in the hospital and all, I really let it go. And I'm feeling it. So I'm glad to be back on hopefully a good schedule. I'm not sure if I'll run every day or every other day and do something else in between. I haven't figured that out yet. But boy, that felt good. I am so sweaty. Oh my gosh, I am so sweaty. The weather is actually beautiful here in New Jersey the last couple days. We actually turned the air off yesterday. And has had the windows open. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to a couple more days of that before it gets hot again. I should have filmed yesterday, but it was just a crazy day. We had a visiting nurse in the morning, and Doug was discharged, so no more visiting nurse, which is good. We were good without it. We're good without it. So that was in the morning, and then I had a chiropractor appointment. I'm still dealing with the shoulder. It's starting to feel better though. Little by little, it's feeling better. After the chiropractor, I had a few things I had to do, and then I had my yearly physical at the doctor's office. He ordered a whole bunch of stuff just because I'm postmenopausal now. So I'm getting a bone density scan. That's new. Every other year I get an ultrasound of my thyroid because I have nodules on my thyroid. And a couple years ago, one grew a lot and they did a biopsy of it. It was fine, but they like to keep an eye on that. And something else I don't go for my GYN until October because I had to cancel a couple appointments because we were in the hospital each time. So I'm rescheduled for October, but I'm going to go, he wrote my mammogram prescription. I'm going to go get that before I even go to her. So that'll be done and out of the way. And I can do all 3 things, all 3 tests, I think the same time, the same day. So I think I'm going to try to schedule all those together early next week. That's the plan. What else? So yeah, so it was a good visit. My blood pressure was a little high, but we think it was, we're just going to keep an eye on it. We think it was the pain. Pain can raise your blood pressure, and the arm pain was really bad yesterday. Between that and stress and anxiety with Doug. So we're just going to kind of keep an eye on it. I'm going to monitor it at home, make sure it's okay, but he's pretty sure that's what it was because it even came down later in the visit. He took it again. So not too concerned about that. I also was baking bread yesterday. Oh my gosh. If you saw my Instagram post, I made 2 sourdough bowls, B-O-U-L-S. Like that's like the round traditional sourdough loaf. They were beautiful. I did post them to my Instagram story and my Snapchat story. But I also wanted to try a sourdough sandwich bread. So I used the recipe from the same website that I get my sourdough bowl recipe from, the Feathered Nester. Anyway, I used her sourdough sandwich loaf. Rose beautifully overnight. Then I shaped it, and it was supposed to rise within 1 to 2 hours. It was rising so slow. It was definitely rising, but crazy slow. Crazy slow. Well, I went to the doctor's. Forgot about it. When I left the doctor's, I had a few errands to run. Adam asked for kiwis, so I stopped at Aldi and got kiwi. I did not do a grocery haul I got kiwi, grapes, and apples, and bananas. that is it. I was not going to do a grocery haul for those 4 little things. So when you see my grocery haul on Friday, know that I got those 4 things. And then I just had I had to stop at UPS store, like just a couple random things I had to do. I got home and I started making dinner right away because it was late. I forgot about the bread. I looked on the dining room table and I see this massive mound under a cloth. And I thought for sure the bread overproofed. I thought, well, this isn't going to be good, but I'm going to make it anyway because I can turn it into breadcrumbs. I'm not going to waste it, even if it's overproofed. Well, it may have gotten huge and it may look horrible, but let me tell you, it is beautiful. And I think I cooked it just a little bit too long because it's a little browner than I would like. But look at that loaf. Look at that crumb. Now this is not fresh milled flour. This is just all-purpose flour. See what I said about it looking wonky? It rose over the pan, you can see. But it is delicious, so we'll definitely use that no matter how wonky it looks. And that recipe is a keeper. I want to try it again, but I want to make it look a little bit nicer. But my bowls came out nice. They looked good. So I gave one to my sister-in-law. She loves sourdough bread. So I try every couple. She's the only one that eats it. It's just her and my brother. You know, my nephew's married and on his own. My brother doesn't eat it. So it's just her, so she keeps it in the freezer. So every couple weeks, I try to give her a fresh one when I remember. So anyway, enough talking. What do I need to do? Can you hear the chickens with the door open? Oh my goodness. I need to get a shower because I am really nasty. Throw a load of laundry in, and then I'm going to go get that blood work done. By the time I get there, I'm going to shower and all. I'm going to make Doug's breakfast. So by the time I get there, it'll probably be 9:30. So I'm hoping that early morning rush of older people that need to fast for blood work, but can't really fast too long because of their blood sugar dropping or whatever. I can fast all day. So I can go whenever, but I like to go and get it done with because I want to get home and I want to get stuff done around here. It cut me off. My phone was full. That means I need to... But anyway, I want to get stuff done around here. I haven't cleaned in a while, like really good clean. I need to do that. There's stuff on the counters that needs to go to the basement. Just, I don't know. Just, I need to spend a day at home and get my life together a little bit. Because tomorrow we have, what do we have tomorrow? I have a chiropractor in the morning. I have court tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow is our in-person court date. It's only traffic court for her, but the judge said if there can be witnesses there, that's a good thing. So that's my plan. I'm going to go 1 o'clock tomorrow. And then we have haircuts tomorrow night at 5. So very chopped up day. And then Friday, Doug is off. It's his regularly scheduled day off, but we're going to spend it finishing up Andrew's classroom. I'm hoping we can get in there early. I'm hoping everybody gets up and moving early. Not super early because I want Doug to sleep in a little bit. But we want to get there and get that classroom finished and breathe a sigh of relief and not doing it the day before school starts. So that's the rest of our week. And then Saturday, we have a birthday party to go to at 11. And then we have a family reunion to go to at 1. And they are like totally at opposite ends of the earth. I need to make corn, tomato, mozzarella, basil salad to take. And I'm probably going to do a dessert too. I'm not sure what yet. Kicking it around a little bit. I still need to make that chai bread. Yeah, but we'll get it all done. We'll get it all done and we'll bring you along. But we'll see. I'm going to try to do a day or 2-day vlog. We'll see if I do anything that warrants being vlogged. But right now, I got to go shower. Well, my plan to go get my blood work and come right home backfired because when I got in the car, my blood work's already done. It didn't take long at all. I didn't have to wait long. When I got in the car, I looked down and realized, you can't even tell, my nail. The whole, I get the dip polish on my natural nails. Like I don't get the acrylic nails or anything. And I looked down and the whole thing of dip polish fell off. So I'm going to stop at the nail salon and see if they can do a quick repair. But in the meantime, I also remembered I had 2 Amazon orders in my car that had to go back. So I just dropped those off at the UPS store. And all of a sudden, Aria has decided that she does not like her dog food. Yep, she just refuses to eat it. And at first I was worried that she was not eating, like she was refusing to eat, like if she was ill, she will eat anything else we give her. So of course, being spoiled, I have been making her chicken and rice and feeding her that. Well, she's loving that, of course, and eggs. And she'll eat treats, and she'll eat anything. She was eating blueberries and watermelon the other day. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. So I'm going to the feed store where we get our chicken feed. They're a natural pet food store. I'm going to go there and see if they have something. I want a small bag, though, because whatever I get, I don't want to get a lot of until we know that she's going to eat it. So I figure I'm already out. Might as well go do that. I really want to get home and ice my shoulder before I start cleaning the house because it's hurting. They're going to try to put in to get an MRI, but we don't know if they'll let me do an MRI because it hasn't been 6 weeks of pain. So we're going to have to wait and see. But anyway, so much for running and getting my blood work and getting home real quick. It's already 10:15. And I still haven't eaten yet because I was fasting for my blood work, and I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. So I am looking forward to getting home so I can have something to eat. But nope, 2 more errands first. Hopefully they'll be able to do a quick repair on my nail and I won't have to wait too long. And I don't remember what color this was, so I'm gonna have to figure that out too. But anyway, the amount of food choices for the dog in Damager's Natural Pet Store was crazy, crazy, crazy. But we went with the From 4-Star Nutritionals, and they have about 12 different flavors. So if it is a boredom thing, we can switch it up. But we got her the pork and applesauce for today. Okay, finally home. It is 11:15 and I'm just getting to eat breakfast / brunch. I'm having leftover garden bake from dinner 2 nights ago. I'm having a piece of sourdough sandwich bread with jam, and I'm having some cantaloupe, and of course a cup of tea. This is Harney & Sons Boston, and I've got my ice pack right here to get on my neck. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, ice my neck a little, and then get started on this house. This little girl is letting it all hang out, enjoying the sunshine out here today. It is very cool out here and very sunny, so she is enjoying it. Aren't you, Aria? I'd like to just lay on my back and roll in the sun. How about you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We just came out because these girls were screaming. Oh, they're all hiding again. They were screaming so loud. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know if there was like a predator out here or something, but yeah. Oh, there she goes. You're silly, girl. Good morning. Yeah, it was supposed to be a 2-day vlog. It was like a quarter of a day yesterday because, well, I got busy. It is the next day. Just got done my run. Was even better than yesterday. Feeling so good to be back. So good. I need to get Doug's breakfast made and throw something in my gut and get out the door to the chiropractor. I'll explain what's going on with my shoulder in a little bit. I am having a piece of sourdough sandwich bread with peanut butter on it for breakfast. I am not very hungry this morning, especially right after I ran, but I need to take my, sorry about that. When I lifted up the bread, I think I inhaled a crumb. Anyway, I need to take some medicine that I don't want to take on an empty stomach, and I'll explain all that, what's going on with my shoulder. So I'm just going to eat that for breakfast and probably be good until lunchtime. Because like I said, I'm not very hungry. What else? Making Doug's breakfast, his oatmeal. I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna be late. I won't let myself be late, but just too much dawdling this morning, I think. I'm hoping to make some chai bread today. That I know I've been promising you that for a week. I'm hoping to get it done today. I think instead of doing one big loaf, I'm gonna do little loaves. I don't like that big loaf around here because it's too easy to snack on it. But the little loaves, you know, it's kind of like one loaf will give us each like 2 little pieces. So that's perfect. But I'm hoping to do that today for you guys. Oh, I got a couple questions, not in comments. I think people are sometimes afraid to ask questions in comments through email. They asked me what was hanging out of my ear. I think everybody is so used to seeing the earbuds, the AirPods in white. They asked me if it was a microphone or whatever. It is not. It's just an AirPod, but it's not Apple brand. Apple brand AirPods, I don't like the way they feel in my ears. I have small little ear openings and they're not comfortable. And I can wear those. They're just not comfortable, but I have to be very, very careful about what kind of earbuds I wear because I am allergic to latex. And so many earbuds have that little soft, cushy coating on them that's latex. I did not even realize it until I bought a pair one time and kept having this horrible itching and redness, and then I realized what it was. Yeah. So I found these off of my, the Facebook group I belong to, Deals and Codes Junkies, I think it's called. They were dirt cheap. I mean, supposedly they were $100 to start, which I'm sure they weren't. But I got them like on a, you know, special deal for $10. And I thought, okay, for 10 bucks, I'll buy them. We'll see how they are. They probably won't be good. Can I tell you, they rival my kids' and Doug's AirPods. And Andrew has like the AirPods Pro. These rival them. The sound is so good. They charge so fast. They keep a charge forever. And I listen to a lot of podcasts during my day. A lot of, you know, I use them all day and they last forever. So don't think you have to get the real expensive ones because you don't. These are phenomenal. I'll have to see if I can find them. I'll link them for you if you're in the market, but I'm sure they're still not $10, but they are not expensive. And I just cannot believe how nice they are. I'm looking for the case. Did I take, oh, I bet the case is still downstairs on the treadmill. They have a little indicator on the outside that tells you when you put them in the case, they charge just like the AirPods. And they have an indicator on the outside of the case that tells you how charged the case is. And there's a little indicator that tells you how charged each earbud is. So they're really, really nice for not expensive. But anyway, enough about that's what that is. For those of you who emailed and asked, that's what that is. It's an earbud. And a lot of times, like, I'm not listening to anything, of course, while I'm recording, but I just leave it in because I know I'm going to be hitting the play button. So yeah, that's that. What else? That's it. I need to go get this toast in me, finish Doug's breakfast, and get a shower and get to the chiropractor. So maybe I'll try to talk on the way. It's only a 5-minute drive, but I'll try to tell you what's going on with my shoulder. So be back. Okay, I just want to catch you up real quick on my shoulder while I'm going to the chiropractor. So I told you I've been having this shoulder pain. It goes up into my neck and down into my arm. We took x-rays and they did reveal that there's some narrowing of the space between like C4 and C5, and also the x-ray showed I'm out of whack on my right side, even though all the pain's on the left side. And my chiropractor said about 30% of the time that happens where your pain is on one side, but the problem's actually on the other. So it's definitely started feeling better since we're adjusting a lot on the right side. I went for my physical yesterday at my PCP, Monday. Got my blood work. All my blood work is perfect. Cholesterol was a little bit up, but that happens with aging and menopause. I did not know that. I started doing some research because of it. And that naturally happens with menopause. I am anxious to talk to my gynecologist about that come October when I see her. I'm seeing a new gynecologist who specializes in menopausal women. So, anxious to talk to her about that. We'll see. I mean, it's not out of control by any means. It does not need medication. It's just up from what it was. So, what else? Oh, anyway, so I was talking to him about my shoulder, and he knows how I feel about taking a lot of medication, that, you know, it's not our jam. He felt that he offered me muscle relaxers, and I said, not right now. I said, that just masks the pain. It really doesn't help. It helps for a couple hours, but it just, you know. So he said, how would you feel about taking some steroids? He said, what I think, and this is exactly what the chiropractor said, everything is very inflamed in there, and it is, I ice it and it feels so good, which proves that it's inflamed because the ice takes the inflammation away and it feels good. But it's ice. It just takes it away temporarily. So he said, how would you feel about just taking one round of steroids to see if we can get that inflammation gone completely? Because the steroids will take it away completely. They just won't mask it. And between the steroids and the chiropractic care, he thinks it will be perfect, back to normal. So I did say yes to that. I'm going to talk to the chiropractor about that this morning, but everything he said made sense, and it does feel really good. It does feel really good. I ran this morning with no pain. I've only had it like twice go a little bit numb, so I don't know, maybe that is working. But like I said, I want to talk to her about it, and I really think she'll be on board with it. We'll see. But I did get approved. They did not think I was going to get approved for my MRI, because it's very hard to get approved for an MRI when you don't have a lot of, like, they usually make you wait 6 weeks of doing chiro or therapy or something. They approved it. So I am going to have an MRI just to make sure there's not a disc issue, like a degenerative disc, which is what we're worried about also. But I'm here. I got to go in. I'll talk to you later. Okay, we are sitting on the couch having some lunch, and we are having leftover haluski from dinner the other night, and it is delicious. So, it was time to make the chai latte bread. And I know several of you were looking forward to this, and then I realized that the recipe I pinned was sourdough. Not everybody keeps sourdough, I get that. So I found another recipe I don't love as much that does not have sourdough. So what I'm going to try to do now, this is my project, I'm going to try to take what I love about this recipe and put it into this recipe. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it. So give me a few minutes to work on this. Like, I love the fact that this one has 4 vanilla chai tea bags, and you actually steep one of the tea bags in the milk to get that chai flavor, and then you open up the tea bags and use the tea in the bread. That's what gives it all the little specks. I love that. This only has a ½ a cup of brewed chai, so I'm not sure how the flavor would be, but this has a lot of chai spices where this does not. So I want it very, very chai-y. So I think what I'm going to do is use the milk steeping thing from this recipe, the dry ingredients from this recipe, the spices from this recipe, and put them all together. I have a paper here. I'm going to work on it. We're going to come back and make it. It may work, it may not, but I am not perfect. This channel is not perfect, but we're going to try it together. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys, we're giving this a try. First thing we need to do, now, I know this is a wonky measurement, but it's what I had to do. It's what I had to do. So we are going to put 3/4 of a cup of milk plus 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. I know I know, it's okay. It's what I had to do for me, so it is just shy of a cup. Just shy of a cup. We could probably use a cup and be fine. Not gonna lie. We're gonna put that in a small saucepan, and then we are gonna take 1 French vanilla chai tea bag. Nope, I'm lying. We're gonna heat this. We're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna heat it until just warm. Do not let it boil. Okay, our milk is just warmed. I tested it with my finger. Let's just see. It's at about 147 degrees, give or take, 148, 150. So I think that's good. I consider that warm. So I'm gonna shut off the heat. I'm gonna add in our 1 tea bag. Press it down in there. Put the lid on, and we're gonna let that steep for 10 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. Also, we have the oven preheating to 350. While our tea is steeping, we're going to get the rest of our ingredients ready. So in my mixer, I have half a cup of butter, and to that, I'm gonna add 3/4 a cup of sugar, and we are going to cream this until it's well combined and light and fluffy. Next, we are going to add in our eggs one at a time. I forgot to turn the camera on. I added in my 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here also. And I scraped it down and put it on again. So now we are going to add in our steeped milk. Milk still has a few more minutes to go. So in the meantime, we're gonna get our dry ingredients ready. We're gonna add in our flour first. We're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're gonna add in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Three-quarter teaspoon of ground cardamom. Now, I'm really not sure if we need these because I am using chai tea bags and I'm using a lot of them, but I figure if it's more chai taste, all the better. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and cardamom is one of the biggest spices in chai. And then we have 1/8 teaspoon of ground clove. That's very, very strong. You don't need a lot of that. Then we are going to take, oh, our oven's ready. We're going to take our other 3 tea bags and we are going to put the tea directly into the dry ingredients. Now this is why I'm kind of questioning using all the other spices, but like I said, I like a strong chai flavor. So why not? This is an experiment, my friends. And I just happen to have 4 chai tea bags left. We're going to give that a good mix up. And we're going to set this aside. Our milk will be done steeping in about 10 seconds. So we'll be able to get back to that. Guys, I am the biggest loser today. I thought the camera was on and the camera was off. All I did while the camera was off was take our milk mixture. I took the tea bag out and just poured it into here with the mixer running on low. So I just poured in the milk, mixed it up a little bit. Now we're gonna put our dry ingredients in, and we're gonna add them about 1/3 at a time. Scrape down our sides and our paddle attachment. Okay, if it tastes as half as good as it smells, let me tell you, it smells delicious, divine. Okay, let's give that another stir. We are going to start. I do not have the measurement for this because I don't have the measurement for my KitchenAid bowl. I have every other measurement for every other bowl in my kitchen except this one. So we're going to start with 200 grams of batter in each one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more, but I'd rather take my time and err on the side of caution than have to be taking things out and putting things back. So I'm gonna go and finish filling these and get it all right. I'll be back to show you before they go in the oven. Yep, definitely need more than 200 grams. I'll let you know exactly how much I did because it'll be a good starting point. Okay, each pan has 280 grams in it. I'm going to make a note of that because even though you might not get that next time, I know it'll be a good starting point. Like I started with 200 grams. Next time I know to start with 270 grams and I won't have to keep going back and forth. So I'm going to get these in the oven. Now the original recipe, of course, for one big loaf tells you to bake them for anywhere between 50 and 60 minutes. I am going to start these at 30 minutes, test them, and probably switch out. I like to move them around in the oven when there's a lot, not generally 3. When I do like 6 and 8 at a time, I like to switch them around. Probably won't have to with that, but it's always a good starting point. So we're going to start these at 30 minutes and we'll see what happens. And while these are cooking, we are going to get 4th of July decorations put away and just some regular decorations put back out. The chai bread is out of the oven. It took about 32 minutes. It looks fabulous. It smells fabulous. This one got a little wonky. I guess I didn't have it quite centered in the pan, but these two look great. So we're gonna put it on a cooling rack, take it out of the pans, let it cool, throw a little glaze on there because everything's better with glaze. And later on, we'll give it a taste test. On our way home from our haircuts, he's looking fresh, and so am I. I just wish I could make my hair look like this. My hairdresser keeps saying, you can. It's so easy. All she does is take a curling iron, doesn't even like click the little thing open. She wraps the hair around, and that's it. I've tried 100 times and cannot do it. Cannot do it. Oh, I just realized I have no makeup on, and I went out in public. Oh, well. Ooh. That's bright. But anyway, wish I could make my hair look like this. Really do. But maybe someday. Maybe I'll try again. We'll see. Adam is putting dinner in the oven. We're going to go home and eat. I have been filming my dinner for the past couple nights and hope to next week have either 5 or 7, depending on my mood, days of dinners. It is not a beautiful curated video. Some of it's a hot mess, but you know that's what you get from me. But look for that next week. I'm just kind of proud of myself that I've remembered to film dinner 3 times in a row. So now tomorrow night I won't be filming because, yeah, this will probably be out middle of next week because no dinner tomorrow night. It's pinochle. No dinner Saturday night because we'll be at family reunion. So maybe I'll do Sunday and Monday and then try to get it up on Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to go home and have dinner, and then we are going to watch the Phils. So I glazed the bread, and we tasted it. I will say I overcooked it. You know, I should have taken it out of the oven at 30 minutes, and I was just a little bit afraid, so I let it go 5 more minutes, and it was definitely overdone, a little bit dry, but still absolutely delicious. But definitely only 30 minutes next time for the mini loaves, so I definitely think it will be hitting the markets in September. Okay, my night is coming to an end. These guys are already on the couch to watch the game. Doug and I are just finishing up in the kitchen. The guys emptied the dishwasher and cleared the table. So Doug and I are taking over and doing the second half of cleanup. Teamwork makes dream work. I'm going to continue this vlog tomorrow because we're going to go to Andrew's classroom, and I'm hoping to show you the almost finished product. There'll be one thing that's not hung up. That won't get done till Sunday, but it'll be the last thing we have to do, and the class should be ready to go. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey, good morning. Day 3, because, yeah. It is 8:30. Just got finished 2.5 mile run. Felt good. Didn't look at any of my stats yet, but it felt really good. I'm so glad to be back to running. I am so glad to be back to running. Ran a little further than I anticipated today because I was watching Kim's Dollar Tree and Goodwill haul. And even though I finished my 2 miles, I wanted to finish the video. So thank you, Kim. I went 2.6 because I wanted to finish watching it. It is Friday, like I said. First thing I'm gonna do is go shower, and then I need to make some lemon pie filling to make dessert for pinochle tonight. And then I need to edit and upload my menu plan video. Need to get breakfast for these guys, I think. We're going to Andrew's school to finish his classroom. There is a coffee place. If you watch Denise, she's talked about it before. It's called Hens and Honey. I have a very generous gift card to there. So I might see if the guys want to go down there. I think they have like avocado toast and stuff. Like they don't have like real breakfast, but they have like little breakfasts. So I want to see if the guys want to go down there. And maybe get, they're famous for their coffee flights. So I don't know, we'll see. If not, I'm going to make guac toast and dippy eggs for breakfast here today. But I want to see what they want to do. And then we're going to get to the school, get that done. And yeah, just get moving on our day. And I have a few things I need to do because I've been procrastinating all week. And the beginning of the week, it was because I was in so much pain with my shoulder. And my gosh, when you are in pain, it just brings you down. I have such respect for people who live with chronic pain because it hurts. And it really brings you down. My shoulder's feeling so good, so good. So I'm hoping we are on the upswing of that. But anyway, and my arm only went numb one time when I was running today. Like the way I was holding it, one time, and only for a few seconds. So I am so excited about that. What else? I need to call the allergist. I need to find a new allergist. Mine retired, and I want to get allergy testing done. I want all my food allergies retested because it's been a long time, and you should do it every few, more than few years, but you should definitely retest, especially if you feel things have changed. So I'm looking for a new allergist. I called one, it was recommended, and they never called me back. My doctor called me last night to go over my blood work with me. And when I was talking to him, I asked him about an allergist, and he gave me a name, but they're like 45 minutes away. So I don't know. We'll see. But all my blood work's good. So I guess that's it. Here, that's all I have to chat about. I want to get up in the shower so I can get this lemon pie filling made and let it cool. So I'll show you how I make it. Okay, shower, shampooed, and shined. Now we're going to get started making our lemon pie filling. I'm going to start with 1/3 cup of cornstarch. I generally use arrowroot powder in place of cornstarch, but I've never made this with arrowroot powder, and honestly, I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to stick with what I know. And to that, I'm going to add 1½ cups of cold water and just give that a good whisk until the cornstarch dissolves. The stove is not on yet. The next thing we're going to do is add in 1½ cups of sugar. We're going to add in 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And 1 egg slightly beaten. Okay, now that we have all of our ingredients in, we're going to turn on the burner to a medium heat. We are going to cook this over medium heat, stirring constantly until everything is dissolved and it is nice and thickened. Do not rush it. Do not crank your heat up to high just to get it done quicker. Be patient and give it a little bit of time. I'm sorry, I did forget to add, you want to stir, you want to bring it to the heat till it thickens and comes to a boil. Sorry about that. I missed the come to a boil part. But still, you want to do it slow and you want to stir it, stir it, stir it. Okay, it is definitely starting to get nice and thick. I'm not sure if you can tell. It has not come to a boil yet, but it's very, very, very close. There we go. And it's getting nice and thick now. So I'm just gonna let that cook for another minute or so to make sure it's as thick as it can get. And then we're gonna remove it from the heat. Now at this point, if you would like to add a little bit of yellow food coloring to it, to make it more yellow, to look like the canned stuff, you most certainly can. I'm choosing not to, but you absolutely can. Look at that, that is beautiful. So we are going to remove this from the heat. I'm going to put it into a bowl, let it cool on the counter for a little bit, and then put it in the fridge to cool completely, because you definitely want to use this cool no matter what you are doing with it. Then when we get back from helping Andrew, we will put that cake together. Okay, ended up not going to the Hens and Honey place for breakfast. Long story. It was just gonna take too long. So we came to the diner. Andrew got a breakfast sandwich. I got an asparagus omelet. Doug got a breakfast quesadilla. That's an awful lot of food. We'll see how much we actually eat. Okay, we are in Andrew's classroom. When we get completely done, I will show you what it looks like. It's almost done now. So I'll show you when we're completely done. We are done for the day in here. Yay. I will This guy hung so much stuff for us. I will do a big reveal in my weekend vlog because we will be back on Sunday because we have one more thing to hang on Sunday.
Yes.
Doug has to print it out at work tomorrow. So once we hang that, it will be officially done. And I have to arrange the desks, but it was much easier than last year. It sucked that we had to do it, but he's happy. He likes this room so much better, so
Yeah.
we'll be back on Sunday. Right after church. Get her done.
Okay, yes.
Okay, we are home. We are gonna get this dump cake made. First thing we're gonna do, we have a 9x13 pan that's greased, and I'm gonna dump in my pie filling. If you use, I mean, this was in the fridge, so it's really thick now. I mean, if you use a can, it will probably dump better, hence the name, but we're just gonna spread it all out. It'll be fine. I will link this recipe down in the description box below, right to the website where I got it. It's lifewithjanet.com. My brother wanted something lemon, so I just searched lemon desserts on Pinterest. And when this popped up, I thought it looked really good. I think I will make some whipped cream to go on top of it. Okay, let me just put that out in the pan. Spread it out evenly as we can. Now we are going to dump 1 cup of white chocolate chips evenly over the pie filling. Close enough. Next thing we're gonna do is the cream cheese. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is our cream cheese. I have 4 ounces of cream cheese that I just cubed up pretty small. We're gonna scatter that over the top of the chips and filling. I'm gonna try to make it as evenly as I can, even as I can. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is take our lemon cake mix and sprinkle it over the top. You wanna make sure the entire filling is covered with the cake mix. All the way to the edges, to the corners. All the cheese. Everything. Oh, that was a piece of cream cheese. Okay. Next, and the last ingredient is the butter. Last but not least, I took 1 stick of butter and sliced it thinly into about 22 slices. The recipe says 16, I got 22. Just depends on how thick you slice it. And then we're just gonna arrange that over the top of the cake mix. Might need to do a little rearranging here. That looks good. And then we are gonna bake this at 350 for about an hour until the top is golden brown and the filling is bubbling up. In the oven it goes. Okay, next up is to get my house cleaned. Yeah, it's very dusty, needs to be cleaned. So, I wanted to show you what I use to clean and how I use it. This is my Norwex dust mitt. This is all I use to dust surfaces, any surface in the house, you know, end tables, coffee tables, top of the fireplace, things like that. This is what I use to collect the dust. And then this is my homemade mixture of, you've seen me make this before. It's vodka, water, cast iron soap, tiny little bit of cast iron soap, and essential oils. This is my all-purpose spray. And then I use a Norwex Enviro cloth. They don't necessarily have to be Norwex. I had a Norwex party. I got everything in the world for free. That's why mine are Norwex. I find that they are fantastic. E-cloth is very nice too, but the microfiber cloths you buy in the Dollar Tree and all, they're not very good. Invest the money once and you won't have to invest it again. I've had these for 5 years, I think. But I use an Enviro cloth and a polishing cloth. That is all I use to pretty much clean my whole house. I do have a mop, of course, and a broom, but everybody has those. The mop is also Norwex, and I just use hot water to mop my floors. I do have toilet bowl cleaner from Azure Standard that I use in the toilets just once a week. The rest of the week, I just do a swish without any cleaner. So that is it. Nothing fancy. I use these on the windows. I never use one on the windows that has all-purpose cleaner on it, to be honest with you. I always make sure it's a clean one out of the drawer. I wet this, I wash the window, and then I dry it with this. Streak-free, perfect, beautiful, no chemicals. So I'm gonna go put these to good use. So the first thing I do when I clean is I declutter. I get everything out. Everything got dumped here when we came in from Andrew's classroom. It didn't get put away, so that needs to get put away. Cables and computers down here. I collected all of the 4th of July / summer decorations and put them there because they need to go back down the basement. We've got some stuff here that needs to be dealt with. And of course, there's always stuff on the kitchen counter that needs to be dealt with. So before I actually start cleaning, I will go and I will put everything away. Not necessarily in each room, but whatever room I'm cleaning. First thing is to get it picked up. We are gonna start in the family room. Morning, friends. Once again, my intention was to close out the vlog last night and I didn't. Shocking, right? But I am closing it out now. We had a great night playing Pinochle. We got spanked, which we knew. It was Doug and I against Joey and Mary. Only one game was close. I was not on my game last night. My shoulder was bothering me. But there's no excuses. We got spanked. But thank you for watching this 3-day vlog. By the way, the dessert was just okay. I will not be making it again. As much as I love lemon recipes, it just wasn't all that. And I wish I had read the comments before I made it. But I didn't. So anyway, that is that. Thank you so much for watching this 3-day vlog. You have no idea how much I appreciate that you take time out of your busy day to spend it with me. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.